Sarah thought it was just another normal day when she posted a selfie on her social media. She looked confident, dressed up for work, and wanted to share the moment. Comments and likes started pouring in, but then came one that froze her smile. It was from her husband Adam, who wrote only one word: "Congrats." At first, Sarah laughed nervously. Congrats. On a selfie? It didn't make sense. She thought maybe he was joking or being sarcastic. But when she looked into his eyes that evening, she realized the word carried a deeper meaning. Something inside Adam had changed. Over dinner, Adam remained quiet. When Sarah finally asked what the comment meant, he slid his phone across the table. On the screen were screenshots, her conversations with another man. Words she thought were private now lay exposed. Flirty texts, late-night messages, even promises. Sarah's heart sank. "It wasn't serious," she cried. "I was lonely. You're always so busy. He was just giving me attention." But Adam didn't raise his voice. He only said, "Congrats on finally showing me who you really are." That single line cut deeper than any shouting could. The days that followed were cold. Adam moved into the guest room. He stopped touching her, stopped laughing with her, and every attempt Sarah made to apologize bounced off his silence. He wasn't angry anymore. He was planning. Sarah didn't notice at first, but Adam began gathering evidence. Screenshots, call records, even financial transfers she had hidden. He spoke to lawyers quietly, without her knowledge. And then, he reached out to the man's wife, sending her everything he had discovered. The man's wife was devastated. Together, she and Adam formed an unlikely alliance. Their pain became fuel, and soon they began planning how to strike back. Not with fists or screaming, but with precision that would leave Sarah and her lover nowhere to hide. The opportunity came during a large family event, a wedding where both Sarah's relatives and Adam's colleagues would be present. Sarah had dressed elegantly, eager to show off and pretend nothing was wrong. She thought Adam had finally moved on. She had no idea what was coming. As the hall quieted for speeches, Adam stood up. His voice was calm, steady. He spoke about loyalty, about honesty, about how betrayal eats away at the foundation of love. And then, without raising his tone, he connected his phone to the screen. Message after message appeared for everyone to see. Sarah's selfies, her late-night words to another man, all exposed in front of family, friends, and community. The hall went silent. Gasps filled the air. Sarah's face turned pale as whispers spread through the crowd. The man she had been talking to tried to leave, but his own wife stood blocking the door, her face full of fury. It was a scene Sarah would never forget. Humiliation burned hotter than fire. Every excuse she had once told Adam, loneliness, attention, boredom, now sounded like lies to everyone watching. Her family lowered their eyes in shame. Friends turned their backs. She was no longer admired, she was disgraced. Adam didn't scream, didn't insult her. He simply said, "This is the truth, and the truth always comes out." Then he walked away, leaving her standing in the ashes of her reputation. He had chosen his revenge not through anger, but through exposure. In the weeks that followed, Sarah's life collapsed. Friends stopped calling. Work connections disappeared. Even her lover abandoned her, forced to deal with his own ruined marriage. She was left alone with the wreckage she had caused, her once perfect image shattered. Meanwhile, Adam moved forward. With the divorce finalized and his dignity intact, he began rebuilding his life. People admired his calm strength, and sympathy flowed his way. Where Sarah was ridiculed, Adam was respected. His revenge had been complete, and he hadn't needed to raise his voice once. In the end, the word "congrats" became a weapon. It had started as a sarcastic warning, and it ended as a seal on Sarah's downfall. Adam had reclaimed his power, leaving Sarah to live with the consequences of her betrayal. And she would never forget the night the truth destroyed her. Forever.